Hello again, welcome to Laford Teletherapy Counselors Network. I am Velin, and yeah, welcome to today's sessions. We were planning to have a session today, but due to different things, we won't have the session today. We are trying to find out if we can reschedule it for Saturday and see how to go about it. So, basically, today we were supposed to talk about uh, master your mind. Let me just search for the topic because I can't really grasp all of it. We were meant to talk about depression, anxiety, uh, and fear. And on this, we were supposed to talk about. Let me just read it out. Our panelists today are from different spaces, and it's hard a bit to connect with them through the uh, third-party software that we always use for live broadcast. So today, Wednesday, we were supposed to talk about master your mind, tackling fear, anxiety, and depression. Simple strategies to manage your mental health every day. Practice practical advice on managing mental health through effective techniques for coping with anxiety, fear, depression, focusing on both the mental and emotional aspects of your well-being. Uh, Now that we're already live, I'll just talk about this briefly. And sorry because uh so basically, when we talk about mental health, what do we mean? Because mental health is a large topic, and mental health deals with different things. And mental health includes emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects how we think, feel, and act on different things. It also helps determine how we handle stress and related to others and making healthy choices. When we talk about mental health, we also talk about different ways of improving your mental health. So basically, there are practices that when you do, it elevates your mental health status to a space that is most safe and most secure for you. So kindly always do regular exercises. You can schedule your time so that you can have few minutes for exercise so that your body is more active. Eat healthy, have a balanced diet, regular meals, and stay hydrated. Make sleep a priority. An adult is supposed to take from 6 to 8 hours a day of sleep. Set goals and priorities that are achievable. Work within your budget, which still relates to setting goals that are realistic. Practice gratitude, focus on positivity. As you know, the world we stay in today is a very negative world, and most of the time we are triggered to act or to associate with negative things. But at the end of the day, what do we think of how we should live? How positive do you think you can be so that you enjoy your day, you enjoy the the different things that happen in life? Uh-huh. So when we talk about these are things that we deal with in a normal basis. And when we talk about mental health, we cover different things, and we are in different spaces with different people, and we associate with different people in our normal life. So now that our panelists won't be in a space to join us today, one has we have talked to with another one, and she has suggested uh, for Saturday. So I think we'll schedule another one for Saturday so that we get to do whatever we were supposed to do today. But it's fine. We at times we have to understand and deal with the technical issues. So basically, when we look at uh, what our topic was supposed to be today, master your mind, tackling fear, anxiety, and depression. And now that I've uh, explained what is mental health, and when we look at how anxiety, fear, and depression occurs. So basically, when we talk about depression and how common are the signs and symptoms of depression, we talk about different things. And when we talk about fear is no longer a space that you can say you respect something, but you're more scared of it. Anxiety, we can always talk about feeling sad or not wanting to do some activities that you used to have fun doing, feeling irritated, uh, easily frustrated, and being restless, having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. So, when we talk about anxiety and when we look at the common symptoms of anxiety, we always talk about feeling restless or on the edge, being irritated easily, getting tired easily, having difficulty concentrating, or feeling your mind goes blank. Uh, when we talk about common health anxiety fears, we talk about different bodily functions, skin bleaching, skin obesity, and these are some of the characteristics that we talk about when we look at anxiety, fear, depression, and how we always deal with these things. So, most of the time, when you come to consult with someone who is a professional or someone who works in a mental institution or rehabilitation center, something related health facility, there are some symptoms that we weigh, and there's some examination we do. Well, there are also some questionnaires about mental health that you always feel so that we can engage you from that. And then we can either put you under different medications just to see the depth or how much the issue is dwelling on you. So how can we recognize these signs so that we can help or take proactive steps to manage mental health? Uh, as we have said, mental health has different triggers and they have different signs and symptoms. And how can we help? By taking proactive steps to, to manage our mental health. Basically, we have to get into a space that we know how to work on our mental health, and we know what to prevent, what not to do, what to do, so that we protect and preserve our mental health space. And one thing is we have to be more positive. We have to get away from the things that trigger us. The other thing, we have to stay positive. The other thing is we have to create routines that work for us. The third, the third one, we can always uh, emulate those things that we have seen work for others on a positive side, like balanced diet, taking physical exercises, which makes sure your mind is at peace. When we talk about psychology, psychology is the study of the mind. And when your mind is at peace, your mental health is also in a stable position. But what if your mind is not at peace? These things might trigger different reactions of your body, of your mind, and of your actions. Because once we have a positive mind, then we have set foot into a place that we know how to deal with different things. But what if we don't know how to go about them? What if we don't know how to approach different things that are not working for us? Mental health is a space in that we are supposed to find different ways on working on it so that we keep a positive mental health. Uh, some questions had been sent already, so I think we can't handle all of them today, but we can just pass through some. Um, there was a question about what are some of the techniques to use to practice mindfulness and deal with depression or anxiety or fear. Uh, there are always different techniques. You know, when it comes to dealing with psychological issues, there are different techniques that have been used and have been recommended by the psychological bodies that we can always use just to see if we can deal with the issue the right way. So, the mindful exercises include swimming or floating in water. Swimming uses the entire body without putting pressure on the joints. Uh, bringing movements into stiff and tense areas can release a lot of physical stress. This increases mobility and allows more oxygen to flow into muscles we use less often. Swimming can naturally draw you into a rhythm with your breath as you find your stroke. So while you swim, uh, your body experiences different actions. and using your entire body without putting pressure on the joints, which is really effective way of doing it. Uh, Meditating or walking, hiking. At times, nature does wonders to our bodies. At times, nature does wonders to our minds. The breath, the body, the mind are all connected. And when we can slow down movements and breathe, the mind naturally flow. Moving can make it easier to present to be present with. We can also talk about drinking a cup of tea. There are some things that releases different things into our bodies and slow down the process of. And when we slow down the process of drinking a tea or other warm beverages, not only can you invite to we can invite you to become more present, but also quite a mental conversation. Noise. Hiking, which you have said, connecting with nature, gazing meditation, uh, guided meditation, stretching, breathing techniques, breathing in, breathing out, watching how you breathe, counting, holding your breath. Such things really help. And yeah, there are different practices that we are always recommended. So I think for today we were not going to discuss so many things about what we were planning to, but the much I've said, the much I've talked about are very applicable. And yesterday, as we were discussing, and you know, in the recent past, there are so many changes in different sectors of our economy and different things that are taking place currently. So people are affected in different ways. But one thing that we tend to tell people is don't take a toll on yourself. Don't stress yourself, because when you stress yourself and you can't get the solutions, you're still in a space that is still dangerous. When you can't find solutions, have realistic goals. Give yourself a longer time frame. Give yourself a change of mindset. Try new things. Try things that are not costly, that you don't have to pay for so much to practice, so that you make sure uh, you change your mental state. Uh, how do how do one cope with depression, stress, uh, anxiety, fear, and burnout? Seek support. Having a support system is a very key thing for anyone, because family and friends can really help you out when you need the help. Time management. Always plan and always execute whatever you're supposed to execute within an amount of time. Get enough sleep. Sleep is very important for a human being. And when you are sleep deprived, you always become more grumpy. Prioritize self help. Eliminate stressors. Uh, Balance your work and leisure. Uh, Set boundaries. Don't go overboard, and don't also go underboard. As it real Look at the existing stress or depression responses that you have been using, which are not working out effectively, so that you can change to something that can really work out. We can also choose healthy diets. Diet is a very big part of our mental health, because basically when you don't have a balanced diet or a diet that favors your mental health, you will have triggers. You will have different reactions that might not be that positive. Practice mindfulness. Always be a brother's keeper. Balance your work and leisure. Exercise. Adapt to the stressor. Identify the source of stress or depression. Build a positive work environment. Social support. Support is very key in every step of the way. Exercise regularly, improve self awareness. Uh, it's always good to have some knowledge on anything. So, whenever you get time, you can always read books, you can always refer to things that you have not yet learned, or you want to find out, or you're seeking opinion of that. Walk when you're at work, you can always walk to lunch. Have strolls, have uh, some time just to debrief. Build a social or support network. Avoid unnecessary stress. Accepting responsibility. En- Engage in stress reliefs. Help us help others. It's very key. Always help others so that they can help others also. Make time for leisure activities. There is also a question that always comes up. Uh, Coping strategies for this these issues. One, we always use different R. Uh, Rethink, relax, release, reduce, reorganize. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, you can change the R's. Rethink, relax, release, reduce, reorganize. When we talk about major stress coping strategies, uh, we still have some 4 A's: avoid, alter, adapt, accept. I think we just had to do the session, maybe a short one, because the others are not able to log in. But it's been a pleasure. It's been wonderful having you. And as we leave it so that we can handle it maybe on Saturday, it was pleasure having you around. And thank you for everyone who always create time just to have some time with us, learn from us, because this is an educative platform. We give out information that we already have, or we bring others that are in the same field, so that they can always talk about mental health. Since Monday, we have been having different guests that have been talking about mental health and depression and different topics. So you can go to our channel and peruse and see whatever was done before. And yeah, thank you for tuning in as we work on the technical issues, as we prepare for tomorrow, our last session. We hope that we can give you more insights on different things tomorrow that we are not able to offer today. But mental health is broad. We'll still have to talk about it another day and another time. So, till then, I am Velin Migoe.